Hi everyone! In previous video we have learned how to extract game meshes and textures. We created new textures for Aloy Nora Brave outfit and packed them back to the core files. By the end of this video we will complete creation of our swimsuit outfit. You will see full modeling process in Blender, including UV maps creation and body weights transfer. At last, we will make in-game test of our modification and check out the ways of mesh after correction. Check our previous video if you didn't see it, subscribe, and let's get started. Let's proceed to our workshop folder and open our base body mesh. Just open the Blender project. So here is our base body mesh, which we downloaded from the nexusmods.com. It already has a proper name, vertex groups, and body weights. This body mesh is already optimized for Horizon Zero Dawn game engine, so we can use it as it is, but we are going to put some new clothing on top. Before importing our clothing meshes, we have one small thing to correct. First, let's switch on the scene statistic on the bottom bar to see vertex count of selected mesh. And now we are going to correct a small surprise, which after of this body mesh left for us. Let's press Tab and switch to Edit mode. In Edit mode, press X-ray button. Then we will take Selection tool, Square selection, and select the first upper body like this. Press H to hide. Then select the down body like this and press H to hide. Now let's zoom in and look inside of our body. As you see, here we have a small group of polygons. Let's select this small object here. And down we see that it has almost 18,000 vertices. Write in the comments your guesses for what it was used. The guys with best answers will receive one of my exclusive outfits for Aloy. Okay, let's come back to our modding. For our modification, we will not need this set of vertices, so I just will select them and delete. Delete vertices. Okay, let's bring back our body shape to normal. Just press Alt plus H. Switch off X-ray mode and come back to the object mode. Now we are ready for importing our clothing mesh. Let's go to File, Import, New File. Let's come to Desktop, Workshop, Fallout, and select our clothing file. Don't change any settings and press Import. So this is the mesh of our swimsuit, which we're going to import. Let's make our collection window a little bit bigger. And now what I want to do is to delete the skeleton, the body, and the scene. Now only swimsuit mesh remaining. So next we will go to Object, Set Origin, Origin to Geometry. Come back to Object, Snap, Selection to Cursor. Let's zoom in our view. Let's press S and change the size of the mesh just to match our base body size. Select the base body or clothing mesh and press Alt plus middle mouse to adjust the scale of the viewport. Let's select our swimsuit and scale down the size a little bit more to match the body shape. Press G and Z, drag your mesh up to match the torso. Just to not forget, let's make one small correction now. Here on the scene collection, maximize your clothing tree, then maximize next tree, double click on material, and down here if you have any default materials, just delete them. Also, let's give some colors to our assets. Put your mouse on the upper right corner, click and drag to create new viewport. From viewport selector, we're going to choose shader editor. Hide this panel on your right side. Let's select the base body and click new. Okay, now we created new node tree. So here I just will change the color to something familiar with the skin. Let it be a little bit yellowish. Okay. Now choose your swimsuit, click new, and let's change the color. Let it be blue. Okay, now let's drag this line just to hide our shader window and switch material preview up here. Now we can easily distinguish our base body from clothing mesh. Let's continue adjusting our meshes. Our aim on this step to adjust the clothing mesh as much as possible close to the body mesh. Normally we will use only two instruments here. G for moving along the axis and R for rotation. Not necessary to match them perfectly. Once you feel okay with adjusting mesh in object mode, let's go to the sculpting. Make sure that your clothing mesh is selected. Let's switch on material view up here. As you see, the wireframe is on now. So I just will go here and switch it off. You can keep it on if you like. And the brush which we are going to use, called Elastic Deform. For my opinion, it's the best brush for adjusting the polygons. Before we start sculpting, let's switch on the symmetry editing. Now let's choose the area from which we are going to start. Let it be the breast area. So I will just try to drag it a little bit. To make your sculpting process a little bit easier, you can go to brush settings and try to choose different planes. For example, now we choose the Y plane and our brush will act only along the Y plane. It will help you to avoid uncontrolled movement of your brush, and as a result, your moves will be more precise. I will increase the speed of this procedure just to not waste your time. While you're watching my sculpting process, just want to remind you guys, please subscribe my channel, put some likes, comments. I really appreciate your attention. Let's make more cool mods for this game. And one more time, if you have any questions, just write them below in the comments and we will discuss them together. So our sculpting process is almost finished. Next, what we are going to do is applying our texture files to see how they looks like in Blender before we put them in game. Once you increase your shader window, select the base body and let's open our textures. Let's find our workshop folder on desktop. Go to textures. Here we have all textures which we created in Photoshop. At this project we will apply only diffuse map just to see how it looks like. Let's drag and drop it to our shader window and minimize texture folder. Now we can connect our texture color to our base node, base color. Now if you take a look on the left viewport, you will see that our texture was not applied correctly. But it's not a problem, we will adjust it in a moment. Now what I want to do is to copy this texture node and paste it to our swimsuit shader window. We will repeat our actions here and connect our texture to base node. In case if your Blender having problems with showing the DDS textures which we just plugged in, I advise you to open this texture by using your texture tools exporter and just save it as JPEG or PNG. In this case, your Blender will see these textures for sure. Just remember that for game uses we always using only DDS textures. Once it's done, let's close our shader window. For this, right click on the edge and choose Join Areas. Then choose the area you want to be closed. Now time comes to edit our UV maps. We will start the editing from going to Object Data. Let's maximize the UV map and rename our UV map to UV. Make sure that UV maps of all your meshes having the name UV. Let's proceed to UV editing. I will zoom out our UV map just to see full picture. As well, I will zoom out our body. If you don't see your UV map, that means you didn't select the vertices of your body on the right side viewport. Just press A to select all vertices on the right side. And now on the left side also we can press A and select our UV map. Press S to change the size a little bit. Then go to bottom menu here. Click and drag from X to Z and change scale to 0.5. Once we change the scale, we can move our UV map over the body texture. Just let's put it roughly in place. Now we can zoom in and adjust it. I just put it in the center just to have equal borders. Next, I will check the edges of our UV just to have everything inside the mesh. So as far it looks fine. Now let's edit UV of our clothing. So let's click on this small dot here to change to edit mode of our swimsuit. Now press A to select all. And we're going to change the size of our UV map same as we did before. Put 0.5 and let's put it over. Let's zoom in. Okay, here we see a little bit bigger gap. Let's just make sure that all edges of our UV map are inside the texture. Let's check all sides. As far as it looks fine, so I think we finished here. I will go back to layout and now we can view our texture. Let's check it from all the sides. And I already see that some part of the body is going out a little bit. So let's go to sculpting and fix this one. I will set my brush to area plane. And I will fix first this one. And small push here on the left side. And I think that's it. Let's come back to layout. Next thing what we will do is transferring of body weights to our clothing. So for this, we'll go to edit mode first and we'll clean up the vertex groups of our clothing. Be sure that you have selected your clothing mesh. Now we'll go to vertex tab, vertex groups, and choose remove all groups. The reason why we did this is because our clothing mesh was imported from another game, which means they will not work correctly here and will cause only troubles. Now we can start painting our weights. Let's come to weight paint and with your clothing mesh selected, click on the base body so it will go orange color. Now let's go to the weights, transfer weights, and here down in this data box For vertex mapping, I will choose nearest face interpolated, but you can use also nearest vertex as well. And for source layers, we will choose by name. Now you can click somewhere else on the screen just to be sure that it's applied. And if you take a look here on the right, you will see that all the vertex groups from the base body was copied to our closing mesh. As you see, the proper weights also transferred here. Let's come back to our object mode. And that's all. We did mesh transfer, adjusting, we created textures, we plug in the textures, we edited our UV maps and transferred the weights. That means our outfit is ready and all what is remaining is to transfer it to our game. Let's merge our meshes in one solid mesh. For this, with your closing mesh selected, hold Ctrl and click on the body. Then go to Object and choose Join. Now we have only single mesh here. So let's select it. I will open the weight paint. And here in the object data section, you can see that all our vertex groups are merged, as well as our body weights. In my next tutorials, I will show more features about the body weights transfer. At the moment, we are finished here, so we will come back to object mode. And let's transfer our body to the game. So we will go to Scene Properties. Here on Horizon Zero Dawn tab, under the Mesh Core section, we'll go to our workshop folder, Mesh, and choose Aloy CTA. And the skeleton, in the same folder, the Mesh Skeleton Root Bone. Press Search Data, open LOD groups, and here you see the LODs which we was editing in our previous video in Decima workshop. And all objects here under the LOD, this is the rendering resources which we was switching off from Decima Explorer, except number 2. So we can export all by clicking export or one by this small arrow down. I will export all just to show you how it looks like. Usually it's taking some time, no worries, depends on your computer. So let's drag this edge here just to maximize the window. The skeleton we can switch off. Let's switch off our body also for the moment. And that is default Aloy outfit. So let's switch off our assets here one by one. We leave number 2 on. And this is our mesh from video number 2, when I was showing you that only one mesh is remaining in game. So this is exactly the mesh which we're going to replace. So let's delete it. And I will switch on our swimsuit mesh and drag and drop to LOD A. The one important thing here is the name of your mesh should be exactly the same as default mesh. Otherwise your export will be not successful. So be sure that the name is the same. Now let's go to our LOD, first LOD section. Let's find the number 2 here and press arrow up. It's usually taking some time. As you see here, the count of vertices changed. So that means the export is successful. Now let's minimize our blender. And I will show you here what happened with our meshes. So once you press this small arrow up in the blender, your mesh is already saved here. And it's ready to go. So let's close it And welcome to our final step, transferring game files back to game. Open your Decima workshop, maximize your binary tree, and let's start from importing our mesh files. As you remember, each mesh file has core and stream. So let's change our core first. Let's open our patch Aloy test. Right-click on Aloy CTA, choose Replace Contents. Now let's find our core file with swimsuit. Let's go to Workshop, Meshes, Aloy CTA Core, and hit Open. Now let's go to File, choose Repack, choose Update Change Pack Files, so it will overwrite the files in our patch binary. Keep the rest the same. Now let's import our stream file. For this we will go to Initial. Let's find our models, characters, humans, Aloy, animation, parts, and here is our stream file. Right click, replace contents. In our workshop we will choose our stream file. As you see, it changed the color. Now let's choose File, Repack. This file is contained in initial binary, and we don't want to spoil it, so we will choose Collect Changes into a single pack file. That means Decima will create new binary with our modified file. So let's press Persist, and we'll proceed to our game folder. Choose packed.dx12 and create in this folder one more binary. So I will click on the name just to copy it, and I will add in the end stream. Don't forget to put .bin and press save. Patch file was created successfully. Our initial binary tree is still open, so we'll just proceed down and let's find the texture files. Here are our textures. So let's go to LA set. Core file we will keep the same. We will change only the stream file. So let's click replace contents and choose our new textures. Let's go to desktop, workshop, textures. Select your stream file, check the name, and press open. As you see, it changed color. Let's go to repacking. We are not going to repack our initial binary, so we will choose collect changes into a single pack file. Press persist. Let's proceed to our pack.dx12 folder. Again, I will copy the name and I will add in the end just texture. Press save. Don't forget the .bin in the end. So patch file was created successfully. Now let's restart our Decima workshop. Now once you will maximize your binary tree, you will see that all our repacked core and stream files have separate binary files. and will be loaded in-game without spoiling our original game files. That means if you want to uninstall these mods, you can simply go to your packed dx12 folder and just delete these files. Let's now start our game and check our final result.
Rost!
So this is our new Aloy swimsuit. If you also wish to have same face texture and hair reskin, I will give you links in the description where to download it.
2 days before the proving and he goes off without me?
Don't close your video now. In the end, I will give you tips how you can quickly correct your closing mesh. Okay, let's see now how you can quickly correct your body mesh. So usually during my modeling process, after I finish modeling and exported the file, I'm not closing my Blender, I'm just minimizing it, and then I proceed to Decima Workshop and repacking the core and stream files. Same with Decima Workshop, I'm not closing it, just minimizing. Then I'm checking mode in game, if I have any things to correct. I just closing game, coming back to my Blender. There I can undo my actions by pressing Ctrl Z to the step which I wish and correct my issue. After that, I repeat my extraction process in Blender. You can see it right now on the screen. Once it's done, I'm coming back to Decima Workshop, maximizing our custom binary files with core and stream files, and just repeating the replacement procedure one more time. Then I go to repacking and choose update our change pack files. And that's it. Once you press OK, your correction will be applied and you can come back to the game and check them. That was our final video. I hope you enjoyed. Put a like if you find this video useful. Soon you will see more tutorials where we will dive more deeper in Horizon Zero Dawn modding procedures. So subscribe my channel to not lose these videos. Thank you for watching and see you around.